in your budget while respecting your time.
With 20 convenient locations, we're the one-stop destination for all your automotive needs.
At Boucher, we're your trusted partner on every mile of your journey.
Riding with you every mile since 1977.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32. Bingo!
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm gonna move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Did your home suffer damage from a storm or severe weather? Don't stress any longer. Loyal Family Renovations treats all of its customers like they've joined their personal family, and every project as if the work was being done at their own house. Loyal Family Renovations has a leg up on the competition due to the personal relationships they've built with insurance adjusters over the years. Loyal Family is family-owned, and the loyalty belongs to their customers. Contact them today to get your free home inspection. LoyalFamilyRenovations.com.
Covering the Crew all season long. It's Brewers Extra Innings. Now live from American Family Field, here's your host, Bob Brainerd.
Got us some old school baseball played at American Family Field tonight. Over 3 hours of baseball. Yeah, that is old school with all the pitch clock and whatnot. 12 innings of baseball, and the St. Louis Cardinals prevail over the Milwaukee Brewers in Game 2 of this three-game set. The final score was 7-4. Welcome to Brewers Extra Innings. I am Bob Brainerd, in for Dom on this Tuesday night, joined by former Brewer hurler, the lefty from Kewanee, Jerry Augustine. And Augie, even though Milwaukee gets 4 runs on only 5 base hits, they somehow have a chance to win this baseball game. That's kind of typical of Brewer baseball this year. Like, even when they lose a game, they still can almost win the game, can't they?
Yes, they can, and it all goes by the way this team plays. And, you know, you look at this ball club, and why is it so successful? And you got to play successful because you got to play 3 styles of baseball. You got to have the good pitching, you have the good bullpen, you got to play the solid defense, and you got to get some good offense. And it just seems like the Brewers have got an opportunity, or the ability to come up with big hits when they need it. And, you know, look at tonight's game. After the 5th inning, they didn't have a hit until Adames got that big hit in the 11th. So they just stay with the game, and tonight was all about the bullpens. A battle of the bullpens. The bullpens both pitched very well up until the last inning. Pagero got the ball game get away a little bit, but the Cardinals bullpen was excellent tonight. The Brewers bullpen was excellent tonight. It was a really good ball game.
Augie, I don't know if this is a good comp or not, but you can tell me because you were on the Brewer teams in the 80s, especially the 82 team that made it all the way to the World Series and played these same St. Louis Cardinals. But you tell me, or yes or no. It's to that point. It seems like it doesn't always have to be the offense. It doesn't always have to be the pitching. Was it similar to that in 81, 82 as well, where it wasn't always, Harvey's wall bangers, we have to outscore the opponent. Sometimes it's the pitching, sometimes it's the offense. What say you?
I think baseball is kind of a sport that when 2 teams go out and they play good, solid baseball, and that means that they play good in all aspects of the game. And it isn't always the offense, it isn't always the defense, and it isn't always the pitching. But they have ways of making little things happen positively. And I think that's what you see in this Brewer ball club this year. They go out, and we look at the game the other day. They scored 9 runs on 6 hits. Tonight they went out and they scored 4 runs on 5 hits. That ability to get on base, to have good at-bats, to get on base, and to do things that you have to do, move runners over, get runners in. It's not always a home run. Sometimes it's manufacturing, but they do it both ways. And I think that's a sign of a good ball club that can not only manufacture runs, but does have those days when they hit the 3-run homer, which is one of the famous things that Earl Weaver liked in the game of baseball.
Oh, yeah. Was it that way with those teams the Brewer teams in the 80s, Augie, where sometimes it was Vuk and Caldwell and the bullpen, but other times it was Cooper and Yount and Molitor? I mean, was it that way for you guys in the 80s? Sometimes it's the hitting, sometimes it's the pitching.
Oh, very much so. I think every team that plays well throughout a year has to have periods of time when you play very well in all aspects of the game. And I think that's one thing that when Craig Counsell came over here, he wanted to build a reputation that this team was not only going to be a good pitching team and they were going to build their pitching staff, and they've done a great job of that, but they were going to be solid on the defensive side. And I think that's one thing in baseball that we don't always look at. It's the defensive side of the game. With the good defense, you make the other team really work hard for the runs. And I think that's one thing that this ball club has done all year long is if you score runs off the Brewers, you're going to hit the home runs. Those are going to happen. But you better be able to hit and run. You better be able to run the bases, hit the ball to all fields, and manufacture runs because they're going to play solid defense and they're going to make you earn those runs. And I think that's a real difficult part of what this ball club has success for is because they make opponents earn their runs each and every game, and that's how they stay in more ball games throughout the year.
He's Jerry Augustine, former Brewer pitcher, joining me tonight on Brewers Extra Innings. That catch, non-catch by Ciani that kept the game alive, Augie, on the hit by Adames. I mean, they had to look at it on the replay, and after seeing it the first time, it's like, well, he didn't catch it. Then you look at the replay and go, well, maybe he caught it long enough. I don't know. I mean, when you saw it at first blush, what did you think, catch or no catch?
Well, the rule in baseball is that you have to show it. You have to show the glove that you've got the ball. And I think what happened is when Ciani went the ball, he kind of looked like he turned the glove over.
Yeah.
And when he turned the glove over, it opened up and the ball came out. I think because he turned the glove over and the ball coming out, that was a sign that it was a no catch. I think if he would have been able to not turn the glove over, maybe he held on to the ball a little bit longer. But his momentum made him turn that glove over and the ball scooted out. You have to show that you catch the ball. Once I saw the replay, I knew that the umpires were probably going to say it was going to be a no catch because he did not show the ball in the glove.
Yeah, I mean, so he's skidding, Augie, and you can see he clearly has the ball. It's not a trap. He's got the ball in the glove as he's skidding. But I think you're right. When he tried to turn the glove to show it, if he stays on the ground, Augie, I think he completes that catch because he just stays there and then eventually gets up and shows the baseball. I think that is what caused the replay, which is what caused it to be a no catch. But if he stays on the ground, that's probably a catch, right?
I agree with you. I think it just so happened. It looks like it was so funny to see how he caught that ball because he caught it and then he started rolling a little bit. And I think he was kind of undecided what he was going to do, whether he was going to try to just continue to slide or show the glove. And I think he tried to show the ball in the glove, and that's when the ball popped out, and that's when it became a no catch.
Very strange. It extended the game one more inning, at least into the 12th, but the Cardinals were able to go on and win it with a 3 spot in the top of the 12th and win tonight's game in 12 innings, 7-4. More with Augie in just a moment with a local Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank, also knows how to hit it out of the park. They've been serving businesses in the area for nearly 15 years, offering industry-specific expertise and local decision-making capabilities to help your business succeed. This is commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC. More of Brewers Extra Innings when we return.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a generator from Adams, Wisconsin's #1 rated Generac dealer. Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
September baseball is coming, and every Brewers game means even more this time of year. Get to American Family Field as the crew takes on the Rockies September 6th through the 8th. Get your seats now at Brewers.com.
Amish outdoor furniture with poly and wood available. And that poly is the richest of outdoor furniture. It's just about indestructible and will virtually last forever. At Erickson's, we have poly furniture in abundance, so you're guaranteed to see a great selection. The beauty of it is you can put it outside all year round and not worry about it because the color runs all the way through, so it doesn't fade, and minor nicks and scratches won't hurt the look. Erickson's Landscape Supply, for an abundant selection of poly and wood Amish outdoor furniture. Visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. You'll be hard-pressed to find a better selection of metal yard art than we have here at Erickson's. Anything from natural and painted metal signs to painted roosters from 1 to 6 feet tall. Natural steel flying ducks and cattails. Cute little frogs, geckos, pigs, flamingos, and goats. And palm trees. The list is endless. And that's why you come here. Erickson's Landscape Supply, right on Spring Street in Union Grove, where you'll find a fantastic array of artisanal metal yard art. Visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Or better yet, drive on over and take a gander at the goods.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Seven-4 Redbirds over the Brewers tonight at American Family Field in 12 innings. Bob Brainerd in for Dom on this Tuesday night. It's Brewers Extra Innings with former Brewer pitcher Jerry Augustine. Augie, that weird play that kept the game alive on the catch, no catch, turned out to be an RBI for Willy Adames. Number 100 for Willy Adames. What a year he is having, partner.
Yeah, he really is. He's come through for this team. You look at what he's done. He's now on a 12-game hitting streak, and during that hitting streak, he's got 7 home runs and 15 RBIs, 100 RBIs. This guy is just throughout the year has come through so big for this ball club. When you need a clutch hit, you need something late in the game to have a good at bat. He has come through for this ball club, and he's a guy who hasn't sat out for one game. I think this guy wants to play to 162 all total. But I'll tell you, each and every day he comes to the ballpark, he plays, and when he crosses the lines, he has more fun than anybody in the game of baseball. But you can really tell it the way he plays and the way he's performed for the Brewers this year.
Yeah, Augie, I don't know if when you're watching Willie this season, if you can see anything mechanically different. Maybe it's just an attitude that is different. A more aggressive approach, but not the swing and the miss en masse that we've seen from Willie so far. But in general, what have you seen about his approach that has been a difference maker at the plate?
Well, I think in the field he's always just going to be the same. He's just so good in the field. He just goes, gets everything. He knows how to make the right moves and make the great plays. And everybody once in a while makes that errant throw. But I think at the plate, coming into spring training, one of the things he said he wanted to be was more patient at the plate, be able to take more pitches, be able to take walks, and not be overly aggressive, and be able to hit the ball where it's pitched. And I think that's one thing that as players go on in their careers, they go through a year and they analyze themselves and say, where was I really good this year, and where can I get better? And those guys that can get better do little things to make themselves better. And I think this year he's become very, very patient at the plate. He understands what he wants to do. I think he has a better understanding, too, how pitchers are pitching him, and he understands it real well. So when he goes to plate, he has a good idea how he wants to approach it. And I think that's made a big difference. Just the patience at the plate and understanding the strike zone has been a big difference that I see in Willy Adames this year.
Yeah, Augie, go back to maybe when you were head coach at UW Milwaukee, and you were not only in charge of the pitching, but you had basically everybody in front of you. And when young hitters like that would come to you, or they would come to somebody on your staff and they would say something similar about, I need to be more patient. Is that easier said than done for hitters? They just say it and it happens? Or how do you work through that mechanically so that you are more patient?
You just got to go up there. And I think sometimes when you go up there, you have to understand how teams are pitching you. And, it's a little different on the college level than it is on the major league level. Or in the college level, you only see a team once or twice during the season. It makes it very difficult. But when you get on a major league level, you see guys so many times, and you see a routine of how pitchers are pitching you, and they say, "Oh, here's where I've been making outs." And I think with all the things that they have for baseball, that they have today, with big guys being able to go watch how they're swinging the bat, how their approach is, what they're swinging at, I think that really makes a big impact on how people can adjust. And I think even on the college level, there was sometimes we always used to use in college level that anytime there's runners on second and third, the pitcher's going to throw slow stuff early, hard stuff late. Mm-hmm. And that's what we used to do at UWM. That's what we used to use, and we were very successful with that. But on the major league level, it's a little bit different. You can't go with that because the pitcher will pitch to where he thinks his strengths are and your weaknesses are when he gets to those tough situations.
Jerry Augustine, former Brewer pitcher, joining us tonight on Brewers Extra Innings. One more tidbit here on Adames, Augie, to get your thoughts. Is he pricing himself out of staying a Milwaukee Brewer? I mean, he's having such a banner. I mean, now you reach the 100 RBI mark. That is going to leave an impression on other teams. They're watching him be more patient. They know he's a good fielder. They know about the power. They know about the patience. But does all this kind of price him out and maybe he goes and gets the probably last big contract of his career?
I think he probably will get his last big contract of his career the way he's been playing baseball this year. But, I don't think that's really Adames. I think he loves the game so much, and every time you see him when he crosses the line, I've never seen anybody smile more than anybody on the baseball field that's really into the game, that understands, that wants to be an impact on whatever he does in the game. Maybe his impact isn't going to be great every day, but he's going to go out and try to help the team win any way he can. And I think when you're Willie Adames right now and you're thinking about your future, yes, maybe you think about, I'm at the end of my contracts here in Milwaukee, something may big happen, but I don't think that's what's on his mind right now. I think what's on his mind is what he can do and what he has to do best to help this team. He knows he's one of the leaders on this ball club. He knows he has such a huge impact on this team, not only on the field, but off the field and with the young players. So I think he is more geared up to say, hey, I'd rather go right now and win a World Series and get to a World Series. That would be the best thing that could happen to me in my career, and then worry about what happens after.
Yeah, one day at a time, one contract at a time. Final thoughts on Waggy when we return on Brewers Extra Innings.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
Drive into summer with a beautiful new car from the International Autos Group. Get spectacular savings of up to $20,000, and 0.9% financing is available for 60 months. Every model in our 2,000 car inventory is priced to sell. The International Autos Group, Milwaukee, Waukesha, Sheboygan, and Brown Deer. Or at IAAutogroup.com, where our ordinary needs to be extraordinary. Financing with approved credit, $1,709 per month per $1,000 financed on select models.
Save now during the Labor Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. Special factory incentives make this the perfect time to save 35% on a new sofa, chair, or sectional crafted by Norwalk Furniture. American made with your choice of fabric or leather in a style and size to fit your need. Available in as little as 35 days. Can't wait? All our inventory is sale priced and ready for immediate delivery. Shop today and save during the Labor Day sale at any of our Ken Michaels Furniture stores in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. There's no doubt that a better night's sleep makes for better days, and a good quality mattress helps make it happen. When you buy your new Milwaukee mattress from Ken Michaels Furniture, you are assured of a mattress made for your needs out of the finest natural materials direct from our Milwaukee factory. We make every style, size, and firmness of mattress, and with our factory direct prices, you will save up to 50% compared to other brands. Milwaukee mattresses from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Welcome back to Brewers Extra Innings. Fitting because the Brewers needed extra innings to play their game against the St. Louis Cardinals tonight at American Family Field. St. Louis comes out on top with 3 runs in the 12th to win it 7-4. Bob Brainerd in for Dom, and Jerry Augustine joining me. Augie, you had a big football game tonight before joining us on Brewers Extra Innings. How did that go tonight?
Our grandson's team, Muskego freshmen, they won. They beat Slinger. I think it was 28-14 or something like that. But my grandson played good. He played a linebacker, had a few tackles, recovered a fumble. I'm very proud of him.
Oh, nice. And I taught you the mascot of Slinger is what?
The owl.
Yes, the owls. So Augie was double dipping. He did that, then he caught the Brewer game, and so now he's joining us here. And Augie and I were kind of kicking this around earlier this afternoon. The fact that it's kind of strange that there's sort of this anticlimactic finish to September because the Brewers have this big lead. Now, mind you, Brewer fans don't mind having the big lead, Augie, but you think about all the times that they've gone to the postseason. that they have won the division or got a wild card spot, it's been white knuckle time. It's gone down to the last week or sometimes the last day of the year. This is really different, isn't it?
It really is. It puts them in a position that, that you can really set things up and you can get rest for your players. And it's a different position that the Brewer organization has ever been in. In fact, it's the first time in history that they've had a season like this and they played so well. But the last month of the season is always a tough type part of the season, no matter where you are, whether you're fighting for a playoff spot or not. And they still have that opportunity of maybe getting a bye. And I think that's one thing that they're going to have to work for. But it's interesting the way this team is playing. I just looked at with the games that they have left, 24 games that they have left. They have 9 on the road and 15 at home. And of those games that they have to play, 18 of them, I believe, are against teams who are contending for a possible playoff spot.
Right.
So there's not going to be anything easy that's coming up in the rest of the month of September.
Yeah, you're playing teams like the Diamondbacks a lot, out in Phoenix and at American Family Field. You're going to play the Mets in the final 3-game series of the year. You've got San Francisco back out west coming up. You're finishing up here with St. Louis. Yeah, there are teams that are going to be maybe not like Milwaukee because they have that big lead, fortunately, but they're all fighting and clawing for wild cards or possible division. So, yeah, you're going to be facing teams that are hungry, Augie, and that may make this a bit of an uphill climb to get one of those top 2 seeds, won't it?
It will be, and I think it's going to be so interesting because when you look at if you look at the NL East, you look at the NL East with the Phillies and the Braves over there, they're going to be fighting neck and neck. Who knows if the Phillies are even going to win the division? The Braves are starting to play pretty good baseball. You look out west, and you got the Dodgers, the Padres, the Giants are playing pretty decent, and now the D-backs all of a sudden pop right up, and they're right back where they were last year. So, and you're playing these teams, so I think each division is really going to have it's going to be a nice battle, not only for who gets into the playoffs, but who's going to get that bye. I think it's going to go right down to the end. It'll be nice if the Brewers could really have a good finish to the season, finish in that spot where you get that bye. That would be huge for this ball club.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Phillies, Augie. I didn't mention the Phillies. That's going to be a huge, crucial 3-game series at American Family Field in a couple weeks because, again, those are a couple teams that are probably jockeying for the 2 and 3 spot, and that's a big difference to be 2 or 3. In there, Augie, you also mentioned the final month of the season, and it's important for playoff teams to also have rest. But how do you balance that off, Augie, to rest guys, but also keep putting that, pedal to the metal because there is that carrot there to try to get that first-round bye. How do you balance that if you're Murph?
Well, I think this is where you have to really credit Pat Murphy because the way he has played this team all year is almost like you play in September when you have a good lead for a playoff spot. Everybody gets rest. Everybody gets in the games. Everybody gets a day off. You might see some guys that, except for probably Willie Adames, that will get days off and have that opportunity. And he's done that. And the one reason he does that, he wants to keep everybody fresh. He wants everybody to have the opportunity to get at bats, to do the things you have to do to stay ready. And I think that you have to credit Pat Murphy with that because he's not only going to do it probably in the final month of the season of September and get everybody equal time playing, get them their at-bats, their rest, their innings that they need to pitch, but he's also going to make sure that those guys get a lineup and are prepared for the season after the season's over for the playoffs. And I think you really have to credit him as really smart thinking on his part to start in the beginning that way and continue out through the season because I think it will pay off and to keep the guys a lot fresher as you get into the playoff season.
Well, I'm not Pat Murphy, but I'm going to give you some rest, Augie, by cutting you loose. Thanks for joining us here on Brewers Extra Innings, my friend. We'll talk again soon.
Oh, it's great being with you, Bob. Take care.
When we come back, Pat Murphy talks over the long 3+ hour tilt at American Family Field.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ. If you missed this...
WTMJ exclusive. There is a book out. It's Out of the Darkness, The Mystery of Aaron Rodgers. Looks incredible. I've read a lot of the excerpts. And the author of the book is a very accomplished journalist author, Ian O'Connor. and he is with us on WTMJ.
Or this.
Scott Ross, he's the former executive director of One Wisconsin Now. What is your analysis of the fact that Kamala Harris is not here tonight?
The state of Wisconsin is going to decide this election.
Check out Wisconsin's Afternoon News, the podcast.
You wake up feeling like you just boxed 12 rounds. Some wake up sweating with sore jaws, headaches, and a lot of our patients complain of brain fog. I'm Dr. Madan Kandula, and these signs, often joined with snoring, are sleep apnea symptoms. And if this sounds like you may have been in a struggle last night between you and this serious disorder. Many people aren't willing to fight back. But the fact is, you can't go through these nightly struggles without ramifications that each night chip away at your life's expiration date. I get it. You don't want to wear a CPAP mask. You may find out you don't need one. We have every effective sleep apnea solution available. And believe me, the mask is the last resort.
Solving your breathing triangle problem can lead to better sleep and a better quality of life. Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. AdventKnows.com. Results may vary.
This is Brad Youngbooth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. We have two big humps in this business, right before summer and right after fall. And for us, that's when the lines are the longest. Folks usually choose to do their exterior work during those times, and what I'm trying to do here with this message is level out the flow of business so that we don't have to disappoint anyone come November and December because they were hoping to get their work done before the snow flies. I understand where the focus is during summer, but you know what? It really is a great time to get signed up for your exterior work, like siding and windows, because that's when the lines are the shortest, and it's the one time that we're pretty sure we're not going to get any snow. So if you're looking to get your work done, why put it off? The lines are shorter and we'll be ready. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, call Semper Fi, because you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Well, it was an entertaining game. It was a long game. It was an extra inning game. St. Louis won it in extras. 12 innings, in fact. 3+ hours to play, and St. Louis wins it 7-4. They'll have the rubber match tomorrow night at American Family Field. Welcome back to Brewers Extra Innings. I'm Bob Brainerd, in for Dom on this Tuesday night. Pat Murphy chatted up with a assembled media after the contest to talk about this one.
Yeah, I don't think, overall you credit the St. Louis pitching if you want, because I think they did a really nice job, and I think it wasn't our normal output. Wasn't our normal output in my mind. Yeah.
Do you think that's just baseball, Murph, or when you have two games like that kind of close together, does it get under your skin a little bit?
It's under my skin. Obviously, I take it maybe too personal. That's just me. I still, I love the guys. I don't really get mad at the guys, and it's more about you wish they understood how they're capable of staying mentally tough there. And I just felt like, like we had some, we faced some good pitching too. You talk about the stuff of Libator, the stuff of Helsley, that stuff's really, really good. So you can second guess and try to overdo it, but we know those players very, very well. We know their moves. They know our moves. They did some good things at the end, execute, and we didn't. A lot of good things. A lot of, Ashby came in and pitched well again. And Savali settled down after inning 1, but we gave him a, 2-run lead after 3 or 4 hard contacts.
One of the big spots was that Terang at bat in the 10th or the 11th.
Yeah.
10th. Was the goal to get a bunt down early, or was that?
Well, it's part of his thing. No, it wasn't for show. If he had the right pitch to bunt on, he would have got it down like he normally does. But it's a good play for him there with the infield drawn in. So after he got the 1 strike, then he went to hit, and then the ball didn't get over the pitcher's head. Good. It's the same ball he hit in St. Louis or in Cincinnati the other day. didn't get over his head. He's been swinging the bat very well and lining out a bunch. He lined out yesterday, lined out shortstop to open the game, lined out to first. So I felt like, yeah, a good time. They can counter too. If we go with Monasterio or something like that, they counter. So it was just a matter of not getting it done.
That's Brewers manager Pat Murphy. And, kind of shrugging it off, not really upset. And when you have a big lead in the division, like the Brewers have, you just kind of chalk it up, and it's a one-game losing streak, so no big deal. Again, they'll get after it again with St. Louis to close out the season series with the Redbirds tomorrow night back at American Family Field. When we return, Milwaukee had just 5 hits in the ball game. So how did they drag this out and make it a 12-inning affair? We'll let you know with the highlights next on Brewers Extra Innings.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
With a local Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank knows what success looks like. They've been serving businesses and individuals in the area for nearly 15 years, including a long-standing commitment to the healthcare industry. From expansion to treasury management, Fifth Third offers a full suite of financial services and solutions across the healthcare spectrum to meet the complex moments you're navigating. Fifth Third Bank, National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a generator from Adams, Wisconsin's #1 rated Generac dealer. Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
Well, if you need flagstone for your new natural patio, Erickson's is the place to find it. We have the largest selection and 15 styles to choose from. And for decorative stone, Erickson's is your best choice. Our decorative stone is trucked in from all over the country. We buy straight from the quarry and cut out the middleman to keep your prices nice and low. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. So he said to me, "Boy, oh boy, do you got the boulders." And I said, "You betcha." And he said, "Do you mind if I cherry pick?" And I said, "Feel free. They're all beautiful and they're all granite. Sparkling pinks, blues, and grays from 4 to 36 inches. And they're all priced right. Because we buy direct from the source nationwide to give you the look you want." Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ. Ready for this?
Get up!
This?
Get up!
And this?
Get out of here! Go!
Time for tonight's highlights. Here's Bob Brainerd.
All right, again, just 5 base hits, but somehow it went 12 innings. Here's how that happened. St. Louis had a 2-0 lead, but in the third inning, Milwaukee bats get to work, starting off with Joey Ortiz.
2-1. Hit in the air deep in the left field. Nootbaar is going to go back onto the track. Nootbaar right in front of the wall, looks up. It's gone. Joey Ortiz with a leadoff home run in the third. Just over the wall in left. And the Brewers have gotten on the board. It's a 2-1 game.
And it wasn't 2-1 for very long because Jackson Chourio came to the plate. Can you guess what happened?
Full boat on Chourio. Payoff. Hit deep into center field. Ciani backtracking. He's on the track in right center at the wall. She is gone and we are tied. Jackson Chourio again.
What a season the rookie is having. Only 20 years old and closing in on a 2020 season. Amazing. In the 5th inning, trailing 3-2, it was Jackson Chourio time again.
Fernandez working from the stretch. Looks back at second and the pitch. Lined into left. This is going to get down and roll all the way into the corner. Terang around third. He will score. Misplayed in the corner by Nootbaar. So Chourio on his way to third, and he's in there standing up. Jackson Chourio, the highlights continue.
Unfortunately, he was stranded at third, so the game was tied at 3 there, and it stayed tied at 3 all the way into extra innings. The Brewers, though, kept it alive. After trailing 4-3 in the 11th inning, Willie Adames came up, and all this happened.
0-2 pitch. Flied into center field. Ciani coming on, goes into a dive. Ciani can't hold on. It was in his glove. It came out as he hit the grass. The tying run scores, and Willie makes it to second base. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the Cardinals thought it was unbelievable. They thought Ciani had the catch. They replayed it. MLB said, nope, he did not make the catch after he skidded to the ground and tried to show it. So Adames gets the RBI double. That was RBI number 100 this season for Willie Adames. The Cardinals ended this contest with 3 runs in the top of the 12th inning. I am not going to play highlights of them. I'll just have to let you take my word for it. 7-4 was the final score. When we come back on Brewers Extra Innings, we'll get you ready for Game 3 between the Beer Masters and the Redbirds tomorrow night.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Trust in your family's comfort at home with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. They're the oldest family-owned HVAC company in southeast Wisconsin. 4 generations of Ciders, and their highly trained technicians provide a one-stop shop for all home and business comfort needs, including an emergency service line that's always live and a 12-year parts and labor warranty on all Daikin products. Get peace of mind by scheduling maintenance today with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. That's SEIDER, cider.com.
Why trust Grandview Homes to buy your home? It's simple. We make the home selling process fast, easy, and stress-free, even if your home is less than perfect. No real estate agents, no repairs, no cleanouts needed. Leave the mess and the stress to us. At Grandview Homes, we live and work in your neighborhoods. Our reputation is built on 15 years treating sellers with the dignity and respect they deserve. Visit GrandviewHomes.com for your fair cash offer today. Grandview Homes, the fastest and easiest way to sell your home.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for J.D. Griffiths. It was more than a year ago that my wife and I decided we needed new garage doors. And now a year later from J.D. Griffiths, and they look brand new. Just gorgeous garage doors that enhance the look of the house. They pop. I tell you, they pop. J.D. Griffiths has been doing it for more than 70 years. And they're not just providing premier garage doors, they're also Milwaukee's detached garage builders. They do it all for you. And now J.D. Griffiths is offering you a deal. You can get $100 off a new garage door opener with the purchase of a brand new garage door from J.D. Griffiths. They'll come in, you'll get that free at-home estimate, and they'll take care of you. Here's what you do. Go to the website, jdgriffiths.com/WTMJ, or call 414-362-7222 and mention me, Eric Bilstead, and you will save some cash. Check out J.D. Griffiths and enhance the look of your home. Those garage doors, they pop. 414-362-7222, J.D. Griffiths.
September baseball is coming, and every Brewers game means even more this time of year. Get to American Family Field as the crew takes on the Rockies September 6th through the 8th. Get your seats now at Brewers.com.
Save now during the Labor Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. Special factory incentives make this the perfect time to save 35% on a new sofa, chair, or sectional crafted by Norwalk Furniture. American made with your choice of fabric or leather in a style and size to fit your need. Available in as little as 35 days. Can't wait? All our inventory is sale priced and ready for immediate delivery. Shop today and save during the Labor Day sale at any of our Ken Michaels Furniture stores in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. There's no doubt that a better night's sleep makes for better days, and a good quality mattress helps make it happen. When you buy your new Milwaukee mattress from Ken Michaels Furniture, you are assured of a mattress made for your needs out of the finest natural materials direct from our Milwaukee factory. We make every style, size, and firmness of mattress, and with our factory direct prices, you will save up to 50% compared to other brands. Milwaukee mattresses from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
It took the Brewers extra innings, but St. Louis prevailed tonight at American Family Field. Final score was 7-4. Welcome back to wrap things up. I'm Bob Brainerd in for Dom on this Tuesday. Dom will be back to wrap up things on the third and final game of this 3-game series. Checking the standings right now in the National League, and Milwaukee, of course, still has the comfy, cozy lead in the NL Central, so we won't bother with that. What we will bother with is the top 3 spots with the top 3 division leaders. That's the Dodgers, Phillies, and the Brewers. Dodgers are going to extra innings with the Angels now in the 10th inning, tied at 2. They have the top spot right now in the National League. Phillies have the number 2 spot at the moment because the Phillies rallied to win tonight. And with Milwaukee's loss, Phillies' record now is 82-56. Milwaukee now 81-58. So the Phillies have one more win than Milwaukee, but 2 less losses. That is why maybe the Dodgers pull away here down the stretch, but that number 2 spot, so coveted, so valuable, and in a couple weeks at American Family Field, 3-game set as the Phillies come to play in Milwaukee against the Brewers. That could be huge. It could have playoff implications and first-round bye implications as well, so that one will be huge. Moving forward tomorrow to wrap up this series with the St. Louis Cardinals. The probable pitchers will be Sonny Gray for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's 12-9 with an ERA of 3.96, 179 strikeouts so far for Sonny Gray. He will take on Colin Ray of Milwaukee, 12-4. What a year he is having on the bump for the Brewers. An ERA of 3.70 and 118 strikeouts for Colin Ray. Pre-game show can be heard starting at 6:05 and the first pitch scheduled for 6:40 right here on 620 WTMJ and along the Brewers statewide network. That'll do it for this Tuesday edition of Brewers Extra Innings. For my partner, Jerry Augustine, tonight, for Max Meyerson, pressing all the right buttons tonight, I'm Bob Brainerd, bidding you a great evening, Brewer fans.
He's got next.